This is so sad. I got to tell you how sad this is. It is. I saw that soundbite and I just thought, this is the saddest. I remember interviewing Antonio Brown again on a Thursday Night Football. He balled out. I believe it was against the Browns years ago. May have been year one, potentially year two for him. The memory fades because it's been 12 years since the kid came off the campus of Central Michigan, where he had to go to get a shot from South Florida. And this was the time when Mike Wallace, remember him? Yep. He wanted his money.
Oh yeah.
And the Steelers were like, no.
Go to Miami.
And they paid him instead.
Yeah.
Because he was a kid who was not only terrific, but reliable and wanted to win and wanted to work his ass off to win. And it was obvious to everyone. 12 seasons he's played. And the first 9 in Pittsburgh were Hall of Fame worthy. That's the stuff that puts you in the Hall of Fame. You do it for the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. 7 1,000-yard seasons in 12 years. His 9 years in Pittsburgh are some of the best 9 years fresh out of the box of any receiver ever. On track to be in the Hall of Fame. But this conversation of don't play yourself to see me play, it's just like, what are you talking about? I want to see him play just because he's incredible, but none of the other stuff, like the helmet and the feet in Vegas, and then the stuff with the Patriots, and finally getting a shot. I mean, all you need to know is he could have played with Tom Brady more, and took his uniform off and shirtless skipped out of New Jersey against the Jets with his team needing him in the worst way. And that's the way he exits the stage. It couldn't be sadder. Could not be more sad when I hear that. I'm not going to sit here and say, who the hell does he think he is? Because I don't know what's going on with him. This guy could have been in Canton, and you're sitting there, he still should be in Canton. Anquan Bolden's not in Canton yet. Torrey Holt's not in Canton yet. Hines Ward deserves to get a spot in front of him. I don't think he's ever going to get a shot in Canton, and that is absolutely as sad as it comes to end hour one. And somebody, please send this to him, because he blocked me on Twitter a long time ago when I started wondering, what is his malfunction? Yeah. Facebook lived his way out of Mike Tomlin's care. Got to Vegas, where Gruden wanted him in the worst way and was ready to have him and look past everything over and over again until he couldn't. And then the guy remember he celebrated his release? That was the first shirtless time we ever saw him in a viral manner. And he couldn't have been happier, and he wound up with the Patriots. And I'm sitting here thinking, some consequence he's learned of his actions. Yeah, that he winds up with Brady in the gold standard franchise. And then we learned about what was going on with him off the field, and then they got rid of him, and he criticizes Bob Kraft, and then Brady gives him another shot. They win a Super Bowl together, and he winds up criticizing Brady going out the door. And now he's saying, don't play yourself to see me play. I'm not playing myself. I want to see him play. I want to see him play, but not with everything else going on. And that might just be another instance of him not accepting his role in everything. Don't play yourself.
One thing you forgot to mention, Rich, before the trade to Oakland, or to the Raiders, rather.
Yeah. They were in Oakland at the time.
Yeah. He was supposed to get traded to Buffalo before they signed Diggs, and he nixed that. So he could have been a part of the Josh Allen Buffalo Bills experience.
They dodged it.
Yeah, they dodged it, and they got Diggs instead. But he was originally, that's where the Steelers.
Somewhere else?
Yeah, that's where the Steelers were trying to send him.
Re-upped and stayed in Minnesota?
Yeah, they're lucky they dodged that.
Yeah, big time.
But it gave you an indication, and still does. Will another team give him a shot? I mean,
why?
I saw that video this weekend, and my first thought was, that is so sad. Guy could be in the Hall of Fame. Could have been in the Hall of Fame. I don't think he's going to have to buy a ticket to get in there.
Well, numbers wise, is a guy who should be in the Hall
I get
of Fame.
it. But so
like you said,
why invite him? Why invite him? That's got to be the question. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.